Martim Parr is perhaps the most famous of British photographers of British everyday life. He started off right here in sunny Salford in the 70s, studying at the Polytechnic with his partner Daniel Meadows, and it was his original series, June Street, Salford, that brought them to prominence. Martim Parr went on to photograph British life throughout the northwest, especially working class, throughout Manchester, Liverpool, Bury, etc., and even overseas, photographing British tourists doing British touristy things. Parr is known for being quite controversial. His opinion of the working classes is often criticised for appearing to be a little bit like making the subjects into zoological exhibits, a little bit like they are looking down on people. His background seems to suggest that, coming from middle class, he didn't really understand what it was like to be working class up here in Manchester. But despite the criticisms, including myself who've chimed in on the series, it was very, very close to this position, Ordsall in Salford, that series was made. Now, we might consider it a little bit of a critique of working class life nowadays, but for the people of Salford at the time, it was championed for being relatable and showing what it was like for us all. We all kind of understood because we'd grown up in that area and lived in similar houses. Now, this isn't June Street. This is actually, if I can use my camera right, Coronation Street. Now, that isn't a coincidence. It was in this area of town that the TV show was filmed, and June Street is reportedly used as exterior shots as well as Coronation Street. But what inspired Martim Parr and Daniel Meadows to make that series was the fact that it was all getting knocked down. As you can probably tell, this side of Ordsall is all new build, whereas this side is the traditional terraces. You get the uniform chimneys, everything in my head is backwards in this, so it's really nice to see June Street photographs as they are a memory of a time long past now, 50 years ago. But it's also nice to see how far Salford has moved on, and yet the buildings are still here. Just a shame June Street isn't anymore.